Let's begin in an easy seat. Coming to sit on the mat, placing your palms on your knees, palms facing up or down, finding length through the spine, letting the shoulders relax. Closing your eyes and beginning to come in tune with your breath. Then bringing your hands in prayer at the center of your chest. Think of an intention that you'd like to set for today's practice. A word or a phrase, something you'd like to bring into your life. Something you can repeat every time our hands come back to this position. Repeat it once more to yourself silently. And then inhale and stretch the arms up long overhead. And exhale, drop the right arm down, reaching the left arm long overhead for a side stretch. Reaching through the left fingertips and reaching down through the left hips. Inhale to come back through center, reaching long. And exhale, drop the left arm down. Right arm reaches long overhead, reaching through the fingertips and rotating the chest up towards the sky. Inhale back through center. And exhale for a gentle twist. Bring the right arm behind you. The left hand comes to the right knee. Finding a little bit of length in your spine on every inhale. And twisting a touch deeper on every exhale, but keeping this twist nice and gentle, not forcing anything. Inhale back through center, lifting the arms up once more, and exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand comes to meet the left knee. Continuing to lengthen the spine, and then twist a little bit deeper. Inhale to twist back through center, stretching long once again, and then exhale to release the hands down to the knees. Spine Tadasana next. Stretching the legs out long in front of you, flexing through the feet, and maybe moving the flesh away from the hips to find a better, more comfortable seated position. Inhale to lift the arms up overhead, finding length, and then exhale to fold forward over the legs. Maybe the hands come to the thighs or the shins, or to grab onto the feet. But finding length in the spine and letting the head relax. Inhale to walk the hands back up, lifting through the chest. And then exhale and find tabletop. Placing the hands directly under the shoulders, the knees directly under the hips. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling into cow, dropping the belly, lifting the head, opening the chest. And exhaling into cat, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Inhale, find cow. And exhale into cat. Keep moving at your own breath, going through your cat-cows. And after your next exhale, come and find a neutral spine. And we'll move through a C-shape, cat-cow sort of thing next. So inhaling to the right to make a C shape, bringing your shoulders closer to your hips. And then exhale, moving back through center. Inhaling, moving to the left, making a C shape on this side. Head and shoulders moving towards your hips. And exhale, returning to center. Keep moving at your own breath, however you'd like. Finding a nice stretch along the side and in the back while making the C shapes. And after your next exhale, come and find a neutral spine. Take a breath in here. And exhale into puppy pose, walking your hands out long in front of you, dropping your chest down towards the ground, resting your chin or your forehead on the ground and keeping your hips up in the air. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, finding length. Inhale to come out of the pose and exhale into downward facing dog. Take time in this first down dog to pedal out your feet or wag your hips side to side or take any other movements that feel good to you. So begin to wake up the hamstrings and the calves and the shoulders and the side body. Inhale to bend the knees, gaze to the top of your mat, and exhale to walk forward, forward fold. Hang out here for a moment, keeping a slight bend in your knees or a generous bend in your knees, letting your head relax. And then clasp your hands behind your back and begin to move your clasped hands more towards your head, in the direction of your head. Finding that stretch in your shoulders. Keeping a bend in the knees. And then exhale to release the hands. And inhale, slowly roll up to standing, meeting me in Tadasana. Let's take our sun salutations. Inhaling to sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale to swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Spine reaches long. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale to step back to plank, hands directly under your shoulders. And exhale through Chaturanga, lowering halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the chest, flipping the toes, and exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale to bend the knees, gaze to the top of your mat, and exhale, walk or hop forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, gaze is down, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, coming to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, upward salute. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, engaging the abs, and exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening that chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze to the top of your mat. And exhale, walk or hop forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the ground, shins or your thighs. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, engage the abs. And exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze to the top of your mat. And exhale, make your way to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, upward salute. And exhale, bring your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating your intention. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And then exhale to open the hip up to the side. Breathe in here. And then option to come into wild thing, flipping your dog, placing that right foot down on the ground, reaching your right arm, lifting your right arm up and reaching it out long, arching through the back, lifting through the hips. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, flipping back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And then exhale to open up the hip. Breathe in here. And then exhale into wild thing on this side. Placing that left foot down on the ground, lifting your left arm up. Arching through the back, lifting through the hips. Reaching long through your arm, reaching long through your legs. One more inhale here. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Find Crescent Lunge. Drop the left knee down to the ground, squaring the hips, and then lifting your arms up to the sky. And drop your right arm back down to the ground and bend your left leg at the knee, reaching back with your left hand to grab onto that foot, aiming to keep your shoulders facing forward towards the top of your mat and kicking into your hand. One more inhale. And then exhale, release the foot back down to the ground and find low lunge, lifting up that back knee, placing both hands on the ground. Inhale to step back into plank pose, and exhale, take your vinyasa, lowering down through Chaturanga, inhaling into upward facing dog, and exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, and exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Drop the right knee down to the ground, square your hips for Crescent Lunge, inhaling to reach the arms up to the sky, reaching long through the fingertips. And then exhale, bring the left hand back down to the ground, bending the right leg at the knee and reaching back with your right arm to grab a hold of your right foot. Kick into that hand with your foot and aim to keep your shoulders facing forward. One more inhale here, and then exhale, release your foot, bringing your hands back down to the ground, finding low lunge, lifting that back knee back up off the ground. And then inhale to step back to plank, and exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze towards the top of your mat, and exhale, step or hop your way to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine reaches long, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly roll up to stand in Tadasana, taking your time to get there. And when you do, rooting down through the feet, stacking the hips, lifting up through the chest, reaching up through the head, hands by your side. Next we'll find dancer. So shifting the weight into your left foot, find a quad stretch, bending your right leg and reaching back with your right hand to grab a hold of the foot. And as you begin to tilt forward, stretch your left arm out long, finding something to gaze at, a point to gaze at to find your balance, and kick that foot into your hand. Dancer. Continue to kick that foot into your hand, see if you can stretch it up a little bit higher, reaching forward with your left. Good. One last inhale here. And then exhale to release the pose, coming back into Tadasana. Other side. Shifting the weight into your right foot. Find a quad stretch. Bending your left knee and grabbing a hold of the left foot with your left hand. Finding a point to stare at to help your balance. Begin shifting your weight forward as you kick your foot into your hand and extend your right arm out long in front of you. See if you can kick that back foot a little bit higher. Tilting forward just a little bit more. One more inhale. And then exhale. Release the pose. Coming to find Tadasana once more. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. Taking one breath here in down dog. And then exhale, drop the knees, find child's pose. Letting your arms walk out long in front. Your knees can be as close together or as wide apart as you'd like. Resting your forehead on the mat. Letting yourself take nice deep breaths. Inhale here. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And then exhale and find pigeon pose, bringing the right knee to the right wrist, stretching the left leg out long behind you. Inhaling to open the chest, and exhaling and folding forward over your front leg. Letting yourself really relax into this pose. Back toes are either tucked or laying straight out, not sickling inward. Hips are stacked right over in the center, not falling over to the sides. And then inhale and walk your hands back towards your body, lifting your chest up, and exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, and exhale into pigeon on this side. Left knee comes towards the left wrist. Right leg stretches out long behind you. Left toes are pointed or flexed if your feet are if your shin is at a 90-degree angle. Inhaling to open up the chest, and then exhaling to fold forward over your front leg. Maybe resting your head on your hands, or maybe resting on your forearms. Finding a comfortable position wherever you're at today. Inhaling to walk your hands back towards your body, lifting your chest up, and exhale into downward facing dog. Taking one final breath in down dog. And then exhale and come and find a comfortable seat. And just like in the beginning, we'll take a gentle twist. So inhaling to find length in our spine, and exhaling to twist to the right, placing your right hand behind you, your left hand on your right knee. Finding more length with every inhale, and twisting a little bit deeper with every exhale. Inhale to come back through center, and exhale, twist to the left. Again, inhaling and finding length, and exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale to come back to center, and exhale, lie down, letting your body lie flat on the mat. And find happy baby. Bringing your knees into your chest, grabbing a hold of your feet or your big toes, and pulling the feet down so that your knees are being drawn towards either side of your ribs. Maybe rocking from side to side. And then exhale and release your feet, bringing your knees back into your chest. And extend your right leg out long so you keep your left leg hugged into your chest. And then take a supine twist, dropping that left leg over to the right, extending your left arm out long, gaze over your left fingertips. Relaxing into the pose. And then inhale, coming back through center, bringing your right leg into your chest and extending your left leg out long. And then drop your right leg over to the left for a supine twist on the other side. Extending your right arm out long, gazing over your fingertips. And then inhale and bring that knee back into the chest, bringing both knees into your chest now. And squeezing the knees and clenching all the muscles in your body, squeezing everything really tight, and then exhaling and releasing everything down to the mat, letting every muscle relax. Snuggling your shoulder blades underneath you so that they lie flat on the mat. Spreading your legs and arms as wide as you'd like. Letting your toes fall to the sides, letting your knees fall open. Breathing out any tension in your stomach and in your back. Letting go of any tightness in the shoulders, any tightness in the jaw. Letting the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Unfurrowing your brow. And letting go of any control over the breath as we lie in Shavasana. Begin to notice your breathing, coming back into the room around you. Noticing your breath as it comes through your nose And then noticing as it comes back out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe take a full body stretch if that feels good to you. And then as you feel ready, rolling over onto one side. And then keeping your eyes closed, push yourself up into a seated position. And bringing your hands in prayer at the center of your chest, bow your head towards your hands, and repeat the intention that you set at the beginning of this practice. Know that you can take this intention with you throughout your day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.